Hello, everybody. How are you today? It's been a short while since I last wrote. It was a busy week last week, and I'm glad that I didn't make any promises because I would have disappointed everybody. But at least we're through that week, and now I can focus again on what I actually want to do. So I see the reflection of the screen is crazy in my glasses. That's so weird. Sorry about that. Anyways, so how was your week last week? How was your weekend? We have an extremely cold day. It's supposed to become winter and we're not supposed to get rain, but here we are. We've got both, which is wonderful. That's good and all that. I am done with my story, the first draft, mind you. Well, basically the rewrite of the first draft, which I actually see now as a first draft again. And I am gonna start editing today, so it looks much more impressive than it is. It's not that bad, but anyways, so I am gonna start editing, rereading and editing in the sprints from now on. Hopefully I'll be able to finish it maybe by the end of next week. I hope so, and then I can do let's see, we'll take it a sprint at a time. Anyways, this week I should be back to normal. I should be able to sprint today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday here with you guys. Fridays again other responsibilities, and then hopefully next week also Monday to Thursday, and then obviously in between by myself. I should actually just look more diligently for other people to sprint with, even if it's on their streams or on their lives, or maybe just whatever in private on Discord or Zoom. But that's it for today. Well, now let me stop babbling like I am, and if you are ready, we can start the timer, and then I will see you when we take a break again. Enjoy. I'm always surprised with how quick this goes. And anyways, so I'm making, I don't know how your process looks, but my process is a lot of notes and highlighters. And so what I usually do is I print it out. I write in Google Docs at the moment. I've tried all sorts of other tools already. Scrivener, the most popular, most popular and probably most well-known software for authors. I've tried that, but I've lost so much work that I've just resolved to just stay with Google Docs. But anyway, so I write my stories in Google Docs, and then I print it out. Yes, and I print it out single side and 1.15 spacing, and it's usually a 12 size 12 letter as well, so that I can see it properly. 11 or 12 depends on the font. I like to use Arial, but font Arial and size 11 or 12, and then I start reading. And as I read, I make notes. If I don't have a character's name, for instance, when I start the story, I would usually just write some other obscure name. Like I've got one character that I call Lanky Sailor. So when I've decided now for a suitable name for the character, because this particular character has evolved through multiple iterations of himself, so I haven't settled at the moment when I started writing the story. I didn't have exact idea of who the little character is going to be. It is just a secondary character or just a side character, so it's not that important to have everything figured out and sorted out. So then I just refer to him as sorry. This weather is making me sleepy. Anyways, so then I just refer to the character as whatever, Lanky Sailor or something like that, and then later I can come and just fix it. What I also do is in front or behind, or put the name in brackets, nice square big brackets, so that it's visible, or just write the wrong name in capitals. That way it's easy for me to see it, it's easy for me to search for it, or if at least I try to keep the naming conventions the same if I don't have a character name. But anyways, so as I'm reading through it now, I make notes of things that I remember. Like I remember there was a plot line, a subplot that I started with initially, and it has the potential to at least just carry through to the middle of the story, but it's got the potential to increase the conflict, cause emotional trouble and, all sorts of stuff like that. But as I finished the story, that subplot kind of just went lost. Then there was another one where I could have, or later in the story, I have a setting change or an important setting change. And now when I remember when I first started writing it, I realized I could use this setting as a nice conflict as well. And I kind of forgot about that. But when I finished the story now, now reading back, I realized I could have just kept on carrying that through, kind of not name dropping, but it becomes a different character as well. That's something that I do as well. Then what I also do is a lot of times because I'm not exactly, I have a fairly good idea of what I want to write. But by the time that I start writing, the story always evolves. So I suppose I'm a combination between a plotter and a pantser, but I think I'm more a plotter than not. But as the story progresses, then I kind of lose track with all the characters and settings that I introduce. So then when I write like this, I also make a note of the setting, and I make notes of the characters so that I can go back and build that further. But anyways, and then the 5-minute break is almost over. I would just like to remind you that the first in this novelette series, Sweet Romance series, is available on pre-order. So I'm going to drop it in the comments for you to pick up there. And then here we go. Have a good session, and we'll chat later. Welcome back. My oldest came and sat here in my office having a small chat. Apparently we have a rated 6 storm on the way here. I don't exactly know what that means. Never heard that. Anyways, how did your editing or writing go? Mine's slowly progressing, so that's good. In the comments, you will see the pre-order link for Francis and Gilbert. And then I would also like for you to sign up as beta readers. So the link is in the comments as well. The beta readers would be for this story that I'm writing and at the moment, and then the previous one, Zara and William, that is available on my website to read for free. Oh my goodness. I'm struggling to copy. Struggling to copy something. Wow. Sometimes I feel completely illiterate when it comes to technology, but hey, let's try again. So the beta readers, I'm in need of beta readers for the third story in this whole series that needs to be beta read and before I finalize the editing process. So if you see yourself open to sign up, please, I'll really appreciate that. Anyways, the link is in the comments below this video now as well, if you'll be so kind. Anyways, so I'm progressing very, very slow with the editing process, but the editing process takes a while and I need to get into things. It's like a different muscle again. So you get to write and then you don't, and then you get to write and you don't. So it goes on. But it's okay. It's all part of the process and it's all fun. It is very nice though to pull the plot lines just straight again, because a lot of times I forget about some of the things that I've written and all that. But yeah, so that's good. How's yours progressing? What are you working on? How did you progress? Oh, I still wanted to say the total word count of my story ended up being 19,927 words. I aimed for 25,000 words, but yes, the story seems to be finished at 19,000, which is fine. I don't mind as long as I can keep it under 25,000. I think there's one of my stories in this series that's always been the aim. The aim is always less than 25,000 for this series, because it's a series of novelettes. And yeah, the way I understand it, basically a long short story is a novelette basically. But anyways, but my aim is always less than 25,000. So I'm trying for that. This one ended at 19,000. I am only editing now, or rereading now before I start editing, and that usually lets the word count play up and down as well, which is fine. It's all right. But in any way, so yeah, so that's what I'm aiming for. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, I used to be on Goodreads, and I had quite a bit of activity there, because I started on Goodreads as a reader, and then when I became an author, I went and changed that to the author. I became a Goodreads author. So now I'm struggling to get my author profile. Oh, and then I lost access to this old one, and now I'm trying to get it back. But who of you are on Goodreads? Maybe I can throw in that link here for you as well. But anyways, I used to be on Goodreads, and I would like to actually follow you if you are there. So please come hop over there and say hi. I'll still populate this profile again and clean it up and make it beautiful. But yeah, we're getting there. Anyways, here we go again. enjoy your writing, enjoy your editing, or whatever productivity you have. And that is it for today. Thank you very much for joining me for today's sprints. I hope to see you here tomorrow again. Have a wonderful afternoon and thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.